Welcome, dear viewers, to the glittering, high-stakes world of the bold and the beautiful, where love and ambition collide under the neon lights of Los Angeles' fashion empire. As we unravel the latest drama, prepare to be swept into a tale of seduction, betrayal, and the unyielding quest for power, a story where every smile hides a secret, and every alliance could shatter in an instant. Let's step behind the runway and into the lives of the Forresters, Logans, and the fiery newcomers who dare to challenge their reign. When Daphne Rose first walked into Forrester Creations, she carried more than just her designer portfolio. She carried a mission. Steffy Forrester's directive was clear: manipulate Carter Walton, the then CEO, into transferring control of the company back to the Forrester family. Daphne, with her sharp wit and disarming charm, seemed perfect for the role. She studied Carter's routines, learned his vulnerabilities, and crafted a persona designed to captivate him. Flirty lunches, lingering touches, and carefully timed compliments became her tools. But Daphne underestimated one thing: Carter's heart. His loyalty to Hope Logan wasn't just professional, it was deeply personal. Even after losing his position as CEO, Carter remained Hope's steadfast confidant, a pillar of support as she navigated the cutthroat world of fashion leadership. This unwavering devotion left Daphne torn. She'd expected to play a role, not to feel genuine affection. Late nights at the office, shared laughs over coffee, and Carter's quiet strength began to chip away at her calculated exterior. For the first time, Daphne questioned whether her ambition was worth the cost of her integrity. Hope Logan, ever the optimist, noticed the shift in Daphne's demeanor. Where others saw a threat, Hope saw a woman adrift. She extended kindness, inviting Daphne to collaborate on a new lingerie line, a gesture meant to bridge divides. But Daphne, caught between guilt and desire, withdrew. How could she explain that her initial deception had spiraled into something real? Carter, meanwhile, remained oblivious to the storm he'd ignited. To him, Daphne was a clever colleague with a knack for strategy, nothing more. His evenings were still spent brainstorming with Hope, their friendship a safe harbor in the chaos. This dynamic only deepened Daphne's frustration. She'd mastered the art of manipulation, yet here was a man immune to her charms, his heart steadfastly anchored elsewhere. Rejection, as it often does, bred reinvention. If Carter couldn't be swayed, Daphne reasoned, perhaps someone else could. Her gaze turned to Ridge Forrester, charismatic, commanding, and crucially, recently reunited with Taylor Hayes. Ridge's history of turbulent romances made him a tantalizing target. Daphne began appearing at his favorite haunts, the design studio during late-night sessions, the quiet corner booth at Il Giardino where he sipped espresso. She praised his visionary designs, lamented the stagnation under Hope's leadership, and subtly positioned herself as his intellectual equal. Ridge, flattered and intrigued, found himself drawn into debates about fashion's future. Their chemistry was undeniable, a dance of sharp minds and charged glances. But Daphne's ambitions went beyond professional admiration. She envisioned herself as Ridge's partner in every sense, a queen beside the king of Forrester Creations. Steffy Forrester, however, was no stranger to games of power. She'd orchestrated Daphne's entry into the company, but this new development crossed a line. The moment she caught Daphne lingering in Ridge's office after hours, Steffi's protective instincts ignited. A confrontation erupted in the CEO's suite, voices echoing off glass walls. "You think you can waltz in here and target my father?" Steffi hissed, her tone icy. Daphne, ever the strategist, played coy. "We're just discussing business." But Steffi wasn't fooled. The next day, security escorted Daphne from the building, her belongings in a cardboard box. Steffi's ultimatum was clear: leave Los Angeles or face humiliation. Yet Daphne had survived worse. Los Angeles' underbelly had taught her resilience, and where there's a will, there's always a back door. Taylor Hayes watched these events unfold with growing unease. Fresh from her victory over Brooke Logan, she'd envisioned a peaceful future with Ridge. Now another threat loomed. Old insecurities resurfaced, memories of Brooke's past intrusions, of being the other woman too many times. Taylor's approach, however, differed from Steffi's. Where her daughter fought with fire, Taylor wielded quiet authority. She invited Daphne for tea at the Peninsula Hotel, a move that stunned everyone, over delicate porcelain cups. Taylor dissected Daphne's motives with surgical precision. "You're chasing validation, not love," she observed. "But hollow victories leave scars." Daphne left shaken yet defiant. Taylor's words lingered, but so did the allure of Forrester power. Meanwhile, Ridge found himself at a crossroads. Daphne's intellect challenged him in ways Taylor's nurturing support didn't. Their debates about minimalist versus avant-garde design sparked a creative fire he hadn't felt in years. During one passionate argument over fabric choices, Daphne closed the distance between them, her hand brushing his. Ridge froze. The gesture echoed moments from his past with Brooke, moments that had shattered marriages. He pulled away, but the tension hung thick. That night he poured a bourbon in his empty study, torn between the stability Taylor offered and the dangerous thrill Daphne represented. Brooke Logan, ever the observer, saw an opportunity in the chaos. Her rivalry with Taylor had cooled, but old habits die hard. At a charity gala, she cornered Daphne near the champagne fountain. Ridge loves a challenge, Brooke murmured, her smile cat-like. But he always returns to what's familiar. The comment was a grenade disguised as advice. Brooke knew better than anyone how to reignite old flames and how to extinguish new ones. As summer storms battered Los Angeles, so too did emotional tempests rage within Forrester Creations. Daphne, now banned from headquarters, turned to subterfuge. She accidentally bumped into Ridge at his tailor's shop, her laughter echoing through the quiet store as she joked about his legendary perfectionism. Later, she sent anonymous design sketches to his private email, bold, provocative concepts that played to his artistic ego. Ridge's responses grew warmer, their exchanges transitioning from professional to personal. "Meet me," Daphne texted one rain-slicked evening, attaching an address to a downtown art gallery. Ridge hesitated, then grabbed his coat. The gallery encounter became the talk of Los Angeles' elite. Paparazzi captured them debating a modernist sculpture, Daphne's hand resting lightly on Ridge's arm. Taylor saw the photos of her breakfast, her fork clattering against the plate. Steffy erupted, storming into Hope's office, demanding action. "Control your father," she snapped. Unaware of the irony, Hope, after all, had once been Steffy's rival for Liam's heart. The Logans and Forresters found themselves in an uneasy alliance, united against a common threat. Carter, however, noticed the change in Daphne. The woman who once schemed with cold precision now seemed lost. He confronted her at Il Giardino, their usual table suddenly charged with unspoken history. "This isn't you," he said, gesturing to the society pages splashed with her and Ridge. Daphne's mask slipped, just for a moment. "What if I don't know who me is anymore?" she whispered. The admission hung between them, a fragile truth in a world built on lies. As autumn leaves fell, alliances shifted like sand. Ridge canceled a Paris trip with Taylor, citing design emergencies, a half-truth Daphne's sketches had inspired. Steffi hired a private investigator, unearthing Daphne's troubled past, a childhood in foster care, a failed fashion startup, debts to shadowy figures. Taylor urged compassion. Steffi demanded exposure. The Forrester women clashed, their bonds straining under the weight of secrets. Daphne, sensing vulnerability, made her move. At a Halloween masquerade hosted by Forrester Creations, she arrived as Cleopatra, golden and untouchable. Ridge, dressed as Caesar, found himself cornered near the terrace. The city lights twinkled below as Daphne quoted Shakespeare. "Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety." Ridge's resolve wavered, but as he leaned in, a familiar laugh echoed. Taylor, resplendent as Athena, emerged from the crowd. The moment shattered. Winter brought reckoning. Steffi leaked Daphne's past to the press, painting her as a gold-digging opportunist. The board voted to permanently bar her from Forrester property. Yet in defeat, Daphne found clarity. She apologized to Carter, not for the scheme but for underestimating him. To Ridge, she left a parting gift, a sketchbook filled with designs inspired by his best work. "Create something lasting," she wrote. Then she vanished, leaving behind a single lipstick-stained napkin at Il Giardino. But in Los Angeles, exits are never final. Rumors swirled of Daphne collaborating with the Spectre team, of midnight meetings with Brooke Logan. Taylor and Ridge reconciled, yet trust remained fragile. Hope and Carter's friendship deepened into something neither dared name, and Steffi, ever vigilant, watched the horizon, knowing another storm was always brewing. As the cameras pan out over the city's skyline, we're reminded in this world power isn't just about wealth or titles, it's about who holds your heart and who's willing to break it. Daphne's story may have paused, but the game continues. New players will rise, old flames will flicker, and the Forrester legacy will face threats seen and unseen. Thank you for joining us on this whirlwind journey through romance, rivalry, and redemption. If you felt your pulse race with every twist, your breath catch with every near kiss, you're not alone. This is the magic of the bold and the beautiful, a mirror held up to our own desires and dilemmas, glittering with Hollywood excess. Don't miss a single moment of the drama. Smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and become part of our family as we decode every glance, every betrayal, every stolen kiss. Until next time, remember, in the world of high fashion and higher stakes, love is the ultimate design, and it's always worth fighting for. Goodbye, darling viewers, and stay bold.